Good afternoon and welcome to Manchester Film Festival's animated shorts programme. I'm going to be talking about Singularity and I'm joined by one of the creators. Please tell me about the film and a little bit about yourself.
Hi there, I'm Connor Mullin. The film is a sort of sci-fi sort of comedy. It's a slow-paced film about an astronaut that crash lands on a planet and he's been stuck on hold trying to get help for the whole film basically.
I think the first thing that really jumps at me and I want to compliment you on is how smooth the character movements are. How did you achieve that, especially given the whole also moving things in low gravity? Was it kind of computer generated and then you follow the set movements, or you just by hand and eye?
So it started out with an animatic, so I basically timed everything out kind of roughly with drawings, and then when I was animating I'd often do a lav just before, and kind of use that as reference, but it was kind of just seeing how things played out, sometimes following the movement and that sort of thing, yeah.
It's very much a film that wears its influences on its sleeve, I think. Like, how much do you own that, or how much, no, it's a completely different kind of relaxing film set on a moon?
Yeah, I'd say, I mean, it is referenced throughout the film. I'm quite inspired by sort of earlier sci-fis and stuff like that. I like sort of mundane sort of films, so I'm kind of looking at like Chantal Ackerman was a bit of inspiration for the sort of the slow movements, but then, yeah, there's the sci-fi elements, and obviously, it's obviously reminiscent of stuff like Grand Day Out and stuff.
I do like that it is thoroughly mundane, but also very deep at the same time. Like, to me, it has this message of things only change when you let go.
Yeah, basically the sort of driving force when I was making the film is I kind of wanted to make a film where nothing happens, and it's just kind of exploring sort of what would you do if you've got nothing to do, and then sort of the phone element actually came later, was actually being stuck on hold. Someone had lost my parcel and I was stuck on hold, and I was just thinking, oh, this would actually be quite entertaining sort of to keep the narrative going.
Yeah, very cool. I get it. What are your ambitions for Singularity?
I don't really have any. I just kind of push it through. It's quite nice to go to these sort of festivals. It's my first sort of film that I've made and directed, so it's kind of just seeing it do anything is nice, to be honest.
Oh, thank you. What are you planning to do next?
I've got a few films in the work. I just kind of want to play around, explore sort of more mundane ideas. Like, I like that sort of side of life. Sort of exploring objects, like how I use the phone. I've got a couple about microwaves in my head at the moment. So we'll just kind of see how it goes.
Cool. And will you stick to stop motion? Is that your bag? Are you going to venture out a little bit more?
I've been starting to sort of implement like other sorts of filmmaking. So there is a project that I'm starting to think about that has a few documentary elements, but also I want to explore puppetry a bit more, like sort of hand puppets and stuff like that, and kind of implement that within stop motion. But as a basis, I like stop motion as the sort of core, and then building off of that.
Cool. Thank you very much for joining me.
No worries.
We'll have a little bit more of a chat on the screen afterwards. But until then, enjoy the rest of the festival.
Cheers.
Thank you.